1 minute, and I'm coming on, baby. I'm coming on. That song sounds like 5 songs. Let's move on from that. That was too much for me personally. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on in, calling yourself Crypto Lifers and jumping on in. Summer just brought the water. Summer just brought the water, baby. Summer just brought the water. Thank you, Summer. And there I put the lemon water into the water. The lemon into the water. And we are ready to rock and roll, baby. There's the lemon pulp. The combination of water and lemon and honey are death to viruses and free radicals in the body. These two natural occurring chemicals will bring fortitude and lifelong health to your life. Too many people aren't drinking enough water. There we have it today. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on into the live stream, calling yourself Crypto Lifers and being part of the live. Thank you for jumping on in and being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. We're going to get into Bitcoin right now. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. I'm going to switch screens here. I got a screen waiting with a bunch of tabs open. I got news. I got so much to hit you with and break it down. Yeah, I wanted to show you some news as we started the day, kind of get it going, right? And, you know, I want to show you something. Here's the Bitcoin rich list, okay? Everybody's freaking out. Everyone's freaking out right now. A lot of fear in the market. A lot of people bugging out. But the lifer seems calm and regulated. How is that possible? Every single day he seems to show up like he knows exactly where he's going. And I'll tell you why. Because I don't let them manipulate me. I look at the data. Let me take a look at the data. Some of this font is small. I'm going to throw on my specs here. We're going to take a look at the data. So here's the top 5 to 10 addresses for Bitcoin. All right, let's look at number 3 here. He holds 122,540 Bitcoin, holding $4.9 billion worth of Bitcoin. All right, and this man doing his thing, right? He was first in 2019. Pretty interesting, right? His last in was on the 7th of January. All right. His last out was on December 14th. All right. He's been out 64 times. He's been in 644 times. What does that tell you? All right, now let's take a look. So that means he slowly accumulates, and then he sells at once. See it? Slowly accumulates, slangs off. So he accumulates more than he sells. Now let's take a look at the address. Let's see what it's been doing in the last few days. Now, here on the 5th, he decides to buy 179 Bitcoin worth 7.7 million US dollars, right? Oh no, he buys a Binance price of 5.2 million. Now it's worth more. 5.2 billion. No, wait. At 43,000. Profit. How would he be in profit? I mean, anyway. So he buys that many Bitcoins, 43,000, right? He buys 179 Bitcoins at 43,000. He buys a 760 Bitcoin at 42.8. He then buys another 107 at 42.5. He buys 256 at 41.8. And then he limps it again for another quick 8 for 41.85. Let's see where he comes today. Is he going to show up, or is he all out of gas? The point of the story is these guys don't tend to lose. That's a lot of money to be putting into Bitcoin. It seems like this guy has sniffed a bottom, and you can see this is his wallet. It just continues to go up. He does sell. He sold this top pretty well. He sold this area here a little bit, and he sold, he sold a little bit here and there. He got a little bit of a move there. He sold this top, bought that back. He sold this, bought there. But he continues to accumulate more and more. As you can see that as there's a divergence there. And that is actually called rich man's divergence. I'm going to make it up. It's called the rich man's divergence. What does that mean? It means when the market's going down, but the rich man's wallet is going up, it should tell you the poor man to do the exact opposite of what the poor man wants to do, which is to sell in panic and to leave the market. So why is the rich man accumulating while the rest of the market is selling off? How many people left the market today? How many people leverage traded themselves to zero today? Many. A lot of new kids got into the game, didn't have the right mentor, didn't have the right trading group. They got pushed into leverage trading hard because of a link. A lot of people out there push the leverage trading links on their new subscribers. I do not do that. I do push spot links. I got spot links. I will make it clear that I do have referral links at the bottom of the channel. These referral links do help me, and I do make a commission from them. But you got to trade, right? You got to touch a program some way or how, and why not benefit me if you're going to do it? If you're going to do it anyway, why not throw me a bone? So, that's the whole point. I'm out here every single day. Just another way to give back to the channel. It's the only way I see it. So, this whale is accumulating big time. Let's look at some of these whales. Let's look at this guy here. Let's go back. So, my whole point of the story is this man, since 46,000, has been deciding, look, 456, 372. He thought he caught the bottom there. 46K, 120, 46K. He liked 46K a lot. Look, 48K. This man has been accumulating Bitcoin at a massive, massive scale. So just putting that out there. One of the biggest whales of the game is buying massive amounts of Bitcoin. In the comment section, what do you think about that? What does that say to you in the comment section? How does that make you feel? And do you think that matters? Do you not care at all? Or are you like, hey, I'll tell you what it does to me. It makes me FOMO. It makes me think I should be buying a little more Bitcoin than I've been buying. Makes me not want to be in such fear. But yeah, shout out to everyone here on the live. 148 people watching. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. If we can get the likes up to the watchers, you can get us to 200, then to 300, and we get back to yesterday's status, and keep it moving. Yeah, and then I have a guy too. Yeah, look, the trader Bitcoin indicators that predicted the crash at the top are forming the bullish divergence. Also, I'm going to show you how we shorted Bitcoin yesterday. If you had watched my live stream yesterday, how I predicted the short for today, said it was going to be a bloody Monday, highly likely the probability of it being a bloody Monday, and I'll tell you how, and you can learn these things if you join my trading group. You would have known the crash was going to happen today had you been in my trading group, had you been one of my students. Had you been my student for about 3 to 6 months at the most, I think by then, and you'd done your homework, you would have been able to figure out that today, there was going to be a drop in Bitcoin. To me, it was very obvious, which is kind of strange, but it was pretty obvious to me that there was going to be a drop in Bitcoin. I'm going to show that. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to teach it. And I can show it to you so simply and so beautifully. So get ready. We're going to show you. We're going to show you. All right, so there you have it. On-chain data for Bitcoin suggests that the biggest whale is buying massive amounts of Bitcoin. Massive amounts of Bitcoin. So, hey, what does that tell me? It tells me, smart money is accumulating BTC. Maybe I should be as well. On this beautiful Monday morning, shout out to everyone here. I woke up this morning, said, thank you, dear Lord, for my life. As I was able to walk to the bathroom, there's people that don't have their legs today, and I was able to walk to the bathroom. So, dear Lord, thank you for everything you've given me. Thank you for my subscribers. Thank you for the love. Thank you for every single person who came into the live and is kicking it with me here on the live stream. I appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious time. All you have is time in this life, and you decided to share it with me. What a blessing I have. What a blessing I have. And if you're going to share your time with me, I'm going to give you as much information, as much data, and as much confidence in your life as I can. And I'm going to build you up. I'm going to make you feel like you can, you will, and you are the greatest thing given. You are a beautiful gift, each and every one of you watching this channel. I don't care, man, woman, up, down, binary, whatever you call yourself, whatever you feel, however you're feeling at this present moment, you are a beautiful child of God. And know that I love each and every one of you. And if you haven't found God yet, that's fine. You don't have to. I don't force God on people like all these other God people. They're like, oh, you have to believe in Jesus. I found my own thing. You find your own thing. It is what it is. I truly believe the connection with God is amazing. And if you find it, it will really, really fulfill you. But hey, my religion is not yours and yours is not mine. And everybody has their own vision of how they want to live their life. So I impede on nobody's progress. And I just want to let you know I love you with all my heart. And love is the highest frequency. And if you can live in love, you can live with the strongest fortitude of life. And that's really where it is. Will this time be different? Bitcoin I drops to 35K as Bitcoin price paints a death cross. We'll talk about the death cross that I see too happening. I looked at it while I was doing a tutoring session just the other day. Spanish lawmaker sees opportunity amid Kazakhstan's Bitcoin mining collapse. As the Bitcoin mining industry matures, it'll seek stable political environments and stable energy sources. Deputy for the Spanish Ciudadanos political party, Maria Munoz, has proposed a bill to make Spain a Bitcoin mining hotspot following the internet shutdown that caused a mining outage in Kazakhstan. The lawyer and economist Munoz was steadfast in her support of Spain as a Bitcoin destination. In a tweet, this protest in Kazakhstan have repercussions all around the world, but also for Bitcoin. We propose that Spain positions itself as a safe destination for investments in cryptocurrencies to develop a flexible, efficient, safe sector. Pretty cool, man. I like what I'm seeing there. That's awesome. Overwolf invests in Sin City Mafia. I talked about Sin City when it first came out, when no one even knew what the heck it was. I put it on the radar, and I mean, check it out. Look. So I love my Patreon. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of see it. We were talking about Sin City way back in the day. Even my team was talking about Sin City, and I talked about this. They were talking about SIN City. I actually eventually found this by accident, but then found out it was a hot coin. So Sin City, Overwolf, the all-in-one platform that enables creators to build, distribute, and monetize in-game apps and mods, announced an investment in Sin City, the first of its kind MAFIA metaverse game built for the blockchain. A part of the deal, Overwolf and Sin City will explore new user-generated content, opportunities in the metaverse, including creation, sharing, and monetization of in-game items. Overwolf joins a growing list of investors who see merit in Sin City's Mafia metaverse. The project raised over $8 million in investments from Twitch, Project Galaxy, Animoca Brains, Wolby Ventures, and many prominent investors and VC firms. In addition to the investment, Sin City is exploring integration with the Overwolf platform to enable in-game creators to monetize their creations in the future. Community-created experiences are becoming a critical part of gaming, and Sin City believes that this will be important than ever in the P2E ecosystem. Play to earn, baby, where gamers already have an ownership stake in the game. Imagine you have an ownership stake in the game. See? An ownership stake in the game. I like how they're presenting this idea, and it's coming out beautifully. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on into the live. 196 people watching. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. It propels us to 300. I know you can do it. It's not that hard. If you're in your phone, I know, flip the chat over, hit that like. If you're driving, pull over. If you're listening, stop for a second, look at your phone, hit the like button. I'm out here every single day. All you got to do is do that extra little effort, and you'll get it back. That's good karma. It's the easiest way to earn some karma today. Hit the like button for the lifer. I mean, you don't even have to walk an old lady across the street. You don't have to pick up a wheelchair, and you don't have to walk a lady's baby carriage up the stairs. If you live in New York, I did that so many times, being in the train station. Yeah, I lived in the train stations. I never lived in the train station, although I envied that. Like, I wish I could have said that. I was so low, I lived in the train station. I never got that low. I did ask my sister to help pay my rent one time when I was about 27 years old. That's how pitiful I had become. I'll say that out loud, and you guys could laugh at me and be like, what a loser. And hey, vulnerability is humility, but I was able to crawl back from that and get out of the hole. I hit complete rock bottom and almost lost my life in many different ways, but I'm here now. And so I know what the bottom is. I've been there, and hey, once you've been there, and I've been there a few times. So hey, shout out to anyone that's at the bottom right now. You can get out, and you can get out all on your own. I'm telling you right now, you don't need a single soul. You just need the truth. You need to believe in yourself, and you need to get down to brass tacks and find your own grit. Your grit is there, and God will help you find it, and eventually you will conquer the greatest peaks on earth, and that's what this life is all about. 8,900% growth for CROPBYTES in-game CBX holders in 2021. Roadmap of 2022 looks promising. Players who had invested in CROPBYTES Metaverse in January 2021 had their portfolio today up 8,900. However, it is still not too late to support and be part of the growing crypto gaming industry that is performing exceptionally well. CROPBYTES Metaverse is leading the crypto gaming revolution with a beautifully crafted gaming economy. Since the launch of CBX token in November 2021, the game has over 95,395 CBX holders and a monthly volume of 30 to 35 million. Use the right strategy, and with the power of Crypto Gamer, can farm and earn in the virtual world. Play and earn crypto daily, CROPBYTES. So put CROPBYTES on your radar. I got two that you might want to look at, right? Some good news coming at you. STARSHARKS launches its first turn-based card game, STARSHARKS Warriors, okay? STARSHARKS Singapore, a non-fungible token GameFi ecosystem on the Binance Smart Chain, has officially launched its first in-game STARSHARKS Warriors. It's a turn-based card game where players and goal to eliminate all sharks of their opponent. Players can install the STARSHARKS Warriors official version from the Starks homepage. The new game exists in a shark-themed metaverse defined and shared by the community with a sustainable ecosystem. The sharks on the platform are NFTs that can be battled, trained, and synthesized, designed for both newbies and experts. The game combines simple combat rules and skill mechanisms with exciting and challenging infinite strategy combinations. You know, I'm getting excited. Maybe I would like play to earn more than I realize. Maybe I can make a living playing to earn a couple hours a day. You never know. So SimCity reveals token auction with support of the Merit Circle and GuildFi. SimCity, the first ever MAFIA metaverse, has selected Balancer user-friendly Copper launch to handle its upcoming token launch auction. SimCity is following in the footsteps of GuildFi and Merit Circle, both of which raised more than 100 million apiece during their respective token auctions on Copper launch. Its launch is expected from January 8th to the 10th. Right, and today being the 10th, Macro Van Heuvel, CEO of Merit Circle, expressed his optimism. We're excited to announce our partnership with SimCity, a highly anticipated Mafia-themed metaverse due to open the world in the coming months. Embracing free-to-play at its core, SimCity is about to play to earn. So, I mean, they're spending money on Cointelegraph. They're getting their articles out there. I'm reading about it. That alone is letting you know. SimCity Metaverse Genesis Land sold out for 3.5 million in 2 hours. Now, this is SimCity, not to be confused with Sin City. All right, this is Sin with a Y. This is Sin with an I. All right, so it seems like it doesn't matter which one you got into. Both look like they may do well. The long-awaited SimCity Metaverse virtual land sale has come and gone, but the echoes of this auspicious event will forever remain in the mind of the agile community members who participated in the initial land offering and ILO. To a few investors, the land sales were just another avenue to speculate what lands will be worth in the near future, be it for a quick money grab, especially as that has been the norm in many metaverses existing out there. However, there was a twist of events where investors realized that unlike any other metaverse out there, SimCity's lands are wired to the non-fungible gaming currently being developed. This system simply means that ownership of any piece of the land in the metaverse will determine to a large extent your survival and earning potential in the SimCity gaming environment. The Rated R Metaverse continues to make frantic efforts and commitments to ensure that the final product will be a reflection of what a true Metaverse product sporting NFT game at its best should be. The fusion of realistic 3D gaming, barren and built urban environment, which forms virtual real estate, virtual reality, and blockchain technology, where in-game assets are embellished NFTs. These are the total of 15,000 plots of land measuring over 1,000 square feet, carefully zoned in 17 districts. Each of the districts has their own background story and gameplay, but the most noticeable identifying mark will be whether the district is a low security zone or high security zone. This feature is what will determine the economic mainstay of that district and by extension, players' roles. It's kind of crazy. That's insanity. Central Bank of Bahrain trials JP Morgan's blockchain and token. All right, just Dogecoin creator slams Mozilla for pausing crypto donations, and the BINANCE CZ is the richest crypto billionaire at $96 billion. Did an interview with him. The industry is growing, right? You know what he said is that he worked at McDonald's at one point in his life. He's one of the richest people in the world, and he worked at McDonald's at one point in his life. So don't laugh when you go to McDonald's. You might be looking at one of the richest people in the world. No, I'm dead serious. Next time you walk, because I don't eat there, because I think the food is horrible and it will probably kill you. But if you go there and you do eat there and you see the young kid there, because I've been in there in my life, and you see usually a young kid or an older lady, but you see a young kid in there and he's serving you a burger. He might be one of the top 10 richest people in the world in the next 20 years. You have no idea who you're looking at. Treat every single human being. That's a lesson in life. That CZ worked at McDonald's. Treat every single human being with respect and love. You have no idea who someone will or will not become, and you have no idea what could happen to them. Yeah, straight up. Straight up, and I'll find the article for you. Because to support his family, he moved to Toronto, I believe. I know, this is insanity. And we're going to get into the charts today. I just wanted to bring out the news. Wanted to show you what we're seeing here today. From burgers to billions. How CZ built a leading crypto exchange in just 180 days. The story of Binance is through hundreds of people who built this platform, right? CZ came from humble beginnings as a Chinese-born immigrant into Canada, where he took on various jobs to help his family. At one point, he was even working at a McDonald's. All this hard work led CZ to I get goosebumps. Graduating computer science degree at McGill University in Montreal, then to be building innovative trading software for Tokyo Stock Exchange and Bloomberg's Tradebook. He then learned about Bitcoin in 2013 during a game of poker, after which he decided to go all in on crypto by dedicating his life to it. He even sold his apartment to buy Bitcoin, even when the price of Bitcoin at the time sank from 600 to 200. After his Bitcoin purchases, he soldered on. Yeah, so like he sold his apartment $1 million, which was, lofty, and then he lost 2/3 of his net worth, right? So like I'll tell you right now, like I've hit $1 million and then I've gone down to 400K, and I've hit $1 million, I've gone down to 600K, and I'll tell you what, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I believe in Bitcoin. I believe in myself, and just like CZ, 4 years from now, I will be the master of my own destiny, and I show each and every one of you how I did it, and you're gonna watch it live every single day. And you know what? We're gonna do it the way we did it last year. The way we did it every single day. And nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can take your work ethic away from you. Hear me out right now. Nobody can take your work ethic away from you. They can say whatever they want. They can throw stones and bricks and talk nonsense at you, but they can never take away your work ethic. And when they see how hard you work, they know deep in their soul they could never work that hard or even come close to the amount that you put in. And so when you know you're running at 110%, nobody can stop you but yourself. You are the master of your own destiny. Each and every one of you listening, never hold back. Never let anyone tell you you're nothing. Never ever let anybody look down on you and disrespect you. Never let anybody make you feel small. And if someone is doing that, get them out of your life right now. For years, I let somebody hurt me, put me down, manipulate me, and make me feel like I wasn't worth it. Don't be that person. Don't let that happen to you. I'm sorry, I'm coming through from the heart right now. Fight for what is yours. Don't ever let anybody tell you you are nothing. And the second someone is negative to you, cut them out of your life. You do not need any negative energy in your life. You need people that are nice to you, beautiful to you, and support you every single day of your life. Because the second you have someone in there like that, you can replace it with a beautiful person. So, shout out to all you. CZ worked at freaking McDonald's on this day where Bitcoin is at 40K, and we're gonna get into the price. We're gonna talk about it like we do every single day, and everyone's gonna find out what their coins, and we're gonna get into it. But I just have to break it down in the news today, and I have to be passionate about how I feel. And I want to let every single one of you know that there's nothing that can stop each and every one of us, and we will make it to the top. I'm telling you right now, we will make it to the top. So here, yesterday we talked about levels to watch for Bitcoin, and we broke it down, and I saw all the support and resistance, and I saw strong support here at 39,718. And look, we came exactly to my region, exactly to my point here, and would take a bit of a bounce. So right there was my level that I believe Bitcoin would have to bounce. And I said, did we double bottom then? Could be a giant double bottom that could happen. I said, that's possible, right? Now we're looking at a giant double bottom. I mean, sad that we've now made a same low or a lower low. And is a lower low confirmed? I mean, let's see here. Let's see. So far, we're going to wait for this candle to close in 30 minutes. And this is a 4-hour candle that will close in 30 minutes. How do we know this is going to be a bit of a drop today? How is it possible? How is it obvious to each and every one of us here in the crypto group? And if you watch my live stream from yesterday, which we can go back and just, what I like to do is just go back and watch it. Let's put me on the spot, shall we? Who wants to put me on the spot? Who wants to see what I said yesterday to see if I'm full of old shoes, or to see kind of what I nailed was 110%? I think we should go back and put me to the test. What do you think? Too many YouTubers don't get put to the test. Too many YouTubers get to run their mouth, but nobody holds them accountable for anything they say, right? And I think that's a reason why we have issues in the market today. So let's look at what we said last night, actually. It wasn't even yesterday. It was just a few hours ago, all right? And we have beautiful timestamps here, I do believe. And we do. You just look at Bitcoin right here and see what I'm about to say for Bitcoin.
I said, what are we going to do tonight, everybody?
I was hype, huh?
I said, I can't. Crazy thoughts. I'm not, I'm being open-minded to what.
If I can find it so long, right? Sad we lost Bob Saget.
The win. Also, Manjab was the one that sent a screenshot.
Yeah, then he
me.
disrespected me horribly.
One wasn't that volatile for the weekly candle. Pretty flat for a weekly candle. Strange. Thought we'd see way more volatility on such our first weekly candle of 2022. Am I right? Actually, if you don't take the first one ever,
twins.
Right? Or on the second, I think we had.
What if I had a twin?
Hey, our first official week.
Hey, what do you think?
Yeah, I did our weekly already, and we're out. Please comment, like, and out everyone. Thank you so much for weekly already. For it could be.
Damn. Anyway, I
so
wish I could
sad.
find exactly what I said, but there's so much in there.
Anyway,
Anyway, I'll show you what we said because it's still there. Anyway, and if you were here, you heard what I said anyway. Dang, I wish I could find exactly what I said. Usually I can.
Anyway,
but I don't want to waste
I'll show you
time.
what we said because it's still there. Anyway,
All right. All right, so check it out. Let's get the music back up. Ooh, that's way too loud. So sorry. I just blasted your ears. I'm so sorry. Okay, Shiba Doge bringing you two communities together. Come check them out 24/7. Oh, come on, man. I'm so sick of this nonsense. Okay, let's look. So I'm a stochastics trader, right? So last night we saw that Bitcoin was in a falling wedge. And I said this. I said if Bitcoin pumps out of the 1 hour falling wedge, I said, and gets up to this area, that's the measured move. I said, but if it just goes dismal and it doesn't get above like this level and we fall to the downside, I said, we're going to see a move to the downside. And then I pointed this line and I drew here. I even drew a possible double bottom. And I said, it looks like we could come here and then double bottom, right? We came right to this movement here at 40K, and then we would wick lower to 39,600 on a bit of a wick with massive volume coming in. Look at the size of the volume that came in to buy that up. Some of the most volume we've seen in a long time. Look at that. We haven't seen a candle like that in a long time. You can tell there was whales. There was a lot of buy orders right there that have been waiting to grab their Bitcoin at that nice, beautiful price. So also, this is a bullish pin bar. It's a pin bar. You see how you have like a little line in the middle either way on the 1 hour candle, but it got bought up so fast. And now you have tweezer bottoms, just like tweezer tops, tweedle bottoms, two wicks lowered together. One thing about this though is the 4 hour didn't get as low as you'd think it would on a dump like that. And the 4 hour still suggests that we may have more downside. We may have to fill these wicks and bounce off of 40K. It says we may not be done yet. That's what the 4 hour suggests, that we may not be done yet with this move. The 4 hour got overbought. We were right here. It was highly likely that if If the 1 hour, I said yesterday, I said, watch the 1 hour. If the 1 hour is lackluster and doesn't give us much of a punch, look for the 4 hour to take over. And we're going to see a massive dump for Bitcoin on the 4 hour to the downside. And that's exactly what we saw right there. We got rejected by 42,000 and bam, bam, bam. Once you saw those 2 wicks, also tweezer tops. We talk about tweezer tops all the time on the channel. Tweezer tops right here. Wick, wick. When you see 2 wicks together, big sign that we're going to see a drop. 2 little wicks together, big sign we're going to see a drop. Tweezer bottoms. Right here we have tweezer bottoms. We saw a pump to the upside. Tweezer bottoms. Little bump to the upside. We're getting slight tweezer bottoms here, even though but they don't match. Let's see another candle make the 4 hour here and get our tweezer bottom, and then we can see how we roll. But we'll be watching this very, very closely. But we predicted that there will be a short on Bitcoin. How do you play it? You play BTC3S on KuCoin. It's the easiest way to do it. You can play it long, and bam, and there's the trade right there. And you can see, I mean, the measured move is all the way up here, and we hit it exactly. 25% gains on the measured move for this short for BTC. And you could even have sold it here, got back in, bought it again. Could have made almost 50 to 40% on this. But again, we shorted Bitcoin, and I don't short it regularly. I don't like to short it too much. And even the short actually suggests that what you do here is I put an alert here. Let this short come down, and the 4 hour and the 1 hour may be ready to pop. This short suggests there may be some more upside. So congrats to anyone that took the short for Bitcoin. And I'll show you what we're seeing now. See that? I could even kind of go do this and say it fell out and back into the pattern and it's forming a bit of a flag. But I like this idea. This works for me. That's 2 touches now. So Bitcoin could do a little flag here. If we go to the 1 hour, it's a little bit of an inverted head and shoulder, right? Shoulder, head, and shoulder that did break to the upside, came back to test this line. You can bring this lower on the 1 hour and make it even neater. Broke up, broke down. Bit of a diamond pattern, but not really too much of a stretch. When these are too far apart, to me, you're stretching the diamond. They got to be a lot closer for the whipsaw, you know. But this suggests that there's some more downside for Bitcoin. And I think we go to 40K, maybe 39 one more time. Maybe we hang out around 38.5. So this is suggesting that the 4 hour, this has to come down. I have an alert here. So this suggests it goes sideways or come down. So we get a little mini pump or a relief rally for Bitcoin. Not a huge one, though. Just like sideways or a little pump off to 41, 40K, something like that. And then the short will continue because the 4 hour has momentum still. And you're low. Look, you're oversold in the 4 hour with move to the upside on the short. MACD about to cross. This tells me that the short is not over for Bitcoin. I would continue to hold the short. I wouldn't even get out of the short because we got in so early. And we started shorting Bitcoin around here. So, again, I'm not a financial advisor. You don't have to do anything I say or do on this channel, and nothing I do would say is financial advice. But we started shorting in this pennant here. I can teach you how to short. People are like, I don't know how to short. How does he short the market? I teach you how to trade bullishly. So if you're one of my students, you know how to trade bullishly. So don't worry. Don't take a panic. Don't freak out. What I do is I find an asset called Bitcoin 3S, and it's just like trading Bitcoin. It looks just like Bitcoin when Bitcoin's going up, but it's the opposite of Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin's dumping, this will look just like Bitcoin when Bitcoin's bullish. Does that make sense? So you can trade this coin bullishly. You get what I'm saying? Just like you could trade the other coin. So you could trade this coin bullishly the same way you trade a bullish coin. All right? And you can see that Bitcoin could get all the way up here to 2.41, 2.41 on this move from 180, right? This is the short for Bitcoin. Another 34% gains possible. And actually, I think it's going to go sideways and come a little bit back, possibly into the pattern a little bit. So you might even get a chance to get a lower entry. And that's why I have alert systems on the stochastics RSI. If you don't know what I'm doing here or why I put alerts on the Stokes, no one ever taught me this. I'm one of the only traders to do it. I've never seen another trader do it. I do it. All my alerts are on the Stokes. My alerts aren't based on time or support and resistance. They're based on Stokes. When the Stokes hit certain places, they tell me it basically tells me when time is extended. It tells me when price and time have been extended. And I use that to my advantage. So I'm looking at this for a short here for Bitcoin. Congrats to anyone that took the short last night or took my advice from the 4 hour and the 1 hour as it rolled to the downside. And there's Bitcoin hitting 41K as suggested from the low. All right. So that's my idea for BTC. BTC 3S. And again, it could be wrong. I'm just showing you that it's highly probable the way we trade over and over again as a group and the way I trade, it's highly probable that this is what happens and occurs. We got an alert here waiting. So I put a call out, alert here waiting. Right? Bam. You right click and make the alert. You just hit that plus sign to make the alert anywhere you want. Shout out to everyone here. And if you're in my group, you might not be able to make the live, but you're in tune to the Patreon. You have the trading groups. And right away when I send this to you, you get connected to what's happening. And we'll short till we find a bottom. That's really how it works. When the trend, we'll trade the trend. The trend is your friend. Right now, the trend is to the downside. We will trade the trend until it's not our friend, right? Right now, the downtrend is continuously paying us as we short the market. I am not a bear guy. I hold a lot of I don't hold a lot, but I hold Bitcoin long term. And I've been holding Bitcoin since 3000, and I am very, very long on Bitcoin. So trust me when I say this. I am not a bear by any means. What I am is a trader and a survivalist, though. And I will pull money out of the market no matter what the market gives me. And I'll teach you that. So you can short, you can long, do whatever makes you happy. Because it doesn't really matter what direction the market's going once you trade as long. Once you've been trading 5, 6, 7, 8 years, you'll be able to do the same thing. You'll realize that market movement has nothing to do with what you want and has everything to do with how it is. You know? All right? If that makes sense a little bit. Pretty weird movement here on the 4 hour, considering we didn't get, the buy up was on the 1 hour. Interesting. I'm going to delete all my old work and we're going to kind of have fun with Bitcoin right now. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let me break down. I didn't get to open the chat yet. Just when Bitcoin's doing crazy things, if you can notice, I get really into the zone and I really focus on Bitcoin as a whole. It's Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. I use my prognostication to kind of figure out what I'm seeing. Right? In conjunction with my deep analysis and intuition to kind of feel out what I'm looking at in the market. So all that happens so much, taking up a beta state of my brain and an alpha in a cross-reference way, and I'm unable to fully get into the chat at that moment because my social acclivities are being taken at the moment, and I'm unable to adjust to the moment. If you understand. All right. Anyway, so I will be into the chat heavy and we'll do fun. In the next hour, we do hot. By 11 o'clock, we usually finish with this and we're ready to have fun. But join the Patreon. 241 people watching, Grace, not 91. Change your screen, honey. 186 likes, Grace. Let's 241. Don't downplay me, Grace. 91. Maybe that's late, but I don't know. Refresh the screen. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on in. My prognostication. Lifer is a honey-eating teddy bear. This guy's hilarious. I love this guy. Who's this guy over here? Who's this Rodney guy over here? Love this guy. He's famous. Rodney Robinson is famous in St. Petersburg. Like, when you're with him in St. Petersburg, like, you're untouchable. You're a made man, technically. Like, I felt like I was a made man when I was with Rodney. We had the muscle, we had the know-how, and we knew everybody. It was 1975. I had just moved to St. Petersburg. I had started my used car business. We were gambling on the side. I met a good guy named Rodney. I tell you what, he was amazing. He drove a black Cadillac with a blue top. And when he picked me up for the first time, we went out. We met all the girls in town, went dancing, you name it. Me and Rodney, we would take over that city. Those were the days, kid. Those were the days. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on in. Thank you so much for being here. 199 from Rodney Robinson. I know a guy over here. You would have done well in New York, Rodney. You would have done well in New York. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. So what we see here is, look, resistance. I'm going to show you something interesting. We're going to kind of make a spider line here of a diagonal resistance lines. I want you to understand these diagonal resistance lines and how they form, what they do. So we got one there. Look at that. So you can see how we're like still in this pennant, technically, that fell out. I've been noticing these have been their patterns recently. I saw this pattern somewhere else on another coin. It's interesting. So this is what we're seeing now. It's the falling wedge. It broke out, broke back down, right? It formed a rising wedge here. Rising wedges, what? They break down, what? 68% of the time. So we broke to the downside, did we not? The TA was there for you there. Look, shoulder, head, and shoulder. Shoulder, head, and shoulder. The head and shoulder reared its nasty head. We dumped to the downside, okay? Then we had the descending triangle. I tell you to watch out for them. Stay away from them. They're bad news, right? I tell you, I don't like to trade them unless I'm shorting the market. And we shorted this, didn't we not? Because why? It's a 68% chance there's a short. So there you go. Bang, 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 right? Now we keep moving forward. 200 likes. Thank you so much. 240 people watching on the live. I know we have 380 people. They're just saying it's not there, but I know it's there. We probably have 400 people watching on the live right now. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you right now, there's 400 people watching on the live stream. Probably more. You know, maybe 600. You never know. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Calling yourself crypto lifers and jumping on into the live stream. And you know what? It doesn't even matter. And it's not about the likes and the views and all that. It's about connecting to as many people as we can. I mean, they're holding me at $19.99. Like, this is insane. They're holding me at $19.99 because they just know once I crack that 20, I'm in another level. I'm in another look. People are going to be like, oh, he's in the 20s. And they're going to give me that love and that respect. And YouTube just like, oh, we just want to like make it as hard as we can. Oh, we did it. We did it, baby. We did it. We did it. Sorry, I just 20,000 subs, baby. 20,000 subs, man. We did it, baby. We did it. Shout out to all my lifers. Thank you to everyone kicking it with me. Strong, no matter what. Oh, and then someone took it away? Come on. Someone just messing with me? Someone just messing with me right there? Whatever, we'll get it back later on at the end of the stream. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for staying with us. So look, Bitcoin got shorted on the 4-hour. It's got room to come on down. 20K, Wen Moon. Shout out to the $25 from Zero Allegiance. Appreciate you so much for the love, man. Congratulations, Deborah Hardy. Way to go, bro. 20K. Oh, snap. 20K. Damn. Where is Love Learning? Congratulations. Woo, woo, woo. 20K. New sub floor. You're so cute, Zero. Gina Bombina. I know, it's not a cute little picture. Congrats, Lifer T Money. Boom. Chakalaka. Congrats. Congrats. Thank you so much for everybody helping me out. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. We did it together. Each and every one of you showing up to the live helps the live grow, and therefore the live helps the move. Look at that super chat coming in. Bang, 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 bang. Into the jar. I love it how it goes into that jar. Anyway, what do I see happening for Bitcoin? Let's take a look at the 1 hour. We're in the same spot we were yesterday. What do I mean by that? We'll take a look. Yesterday, we were getting on the bottom of the pattern. Look, up, down. I'm a pattern trader too by nature. And so once it goes to the downside, trade highly likely goes back to the upside. This is a bit of a falling wedge. It's almost a fractal of the bigger one. See how the bigger one, look, it comes up, comes back into the tightness. But we'll bring it in. We'll just make it part of it. But it's interesting. It's a very ugly pattern. So there's a bit of a falling wedge. You can slightly Sammy cup and handy it. It's a bit of a cup and handle there forming. And we could break out. And I've done, what I do is that they're called slanted diagonal cup and handles. The measured move of that slanted diagonal cup and handle is to about 43,000, right? Can Bitcoin get up? Congrats, you are the best. 1 million subs coming. Shout out to Crypto Kid for the $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Crypto Kid. Much love to you. 100K is next. Baby steps, baby. Congratulations, Sam. Congrats, boss. 20K, 200K soon. I took out a 3x long on Sam's sub count. Hey, shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. But then There we go. There we go. Now we're right. 20,005, baby. Man, what a milestone, man. What a milestone. What a milestone. In a year, baby. In a year of hard work. I mean, the channel's 2 years old, but I went way harder the second year than I did the first year. Everyone, you can change your lives. Congrats, Lifer. This is so deserved. Thank you, Kyrak. Much appreciated, man. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're looking here at this cup and handle. And 40,816, and we get all the way up here to $43,000. Extremely oversold on the 1 hour. Extremely oversold on the 1 hour. Let me say that again. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. Extremely high. That tells you there's more downside. I don't get into a trade, so we put an alert here on the 15-minute. We'll see what can happen. I need to look at smaller time frames now to kind of look at what we see. We got a slight V-shaped recovery, right? They're so hard to trade because they're so fast and violent. They're so hard to trade. I mean, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's the 7-minute candle in 35 minutes. So you have to watch, what, 21 minutes and then recover right back into the upside. It's absolute insanity. But we're making the inverted head and shoulder here now. I think the shoulder's actually more something like this, see? We'll see if this can hold, but the 15-minute and the 7-minute both say we're going to come back down and probably bounce off of 40,200, maybe even 39,800. You have so much more coming to you, I promise. Shout out to Rodney Robinson. Thank you, my friend. Just the beginning. Congrats. Shout out to Higher Frequency. Shout out to everyone here. Lifers like Michael Phelps. Phelps trained every single day, even holidays, to win those golds. I'm one of the new subscribers. Just found your channel. We'll definitely be tuning into your streams going forward. Shout out to Chris Ward, Art VX Productions. Thank you so much for saying that, man. A lot of games are about to be released this year. Not sure how it will affect coins and tokens. Welcome, Charles. Thank you for jumping on into the live and calling yourself a crypto lifer and being a part of the live stream. I bought the wick down. Hope we stop now, please. I mean, let's take a look at that fear and greed index. And did we go back to 10? I would like to see it nice and low, baby. Nice and low. Thank you so much for celebrating with me, everybody. Happy it got to happen live on the camera, on the channel, as we crossed 1999 to go to 20K, baby. 20K. Fear and greed index, you think it would be way lower at 10. To me, it's a 10 or 12. I do this every day. I know where the fear and greed index is. And today, it's way lower than it was yesterday. Yesterday was 24. So it's got to be lower than 23. It can't be the same. They'll update it in the next 8 hours. We'll have a better thing. I think we're down at 16, 15. Your TA walks the walk, undeniable. Shout out to Zach Johnson. I love fresh blood. Subscribe. Congratulations. It's only just the beginning for you. Shout out to Wayne Mustafa. Party like it's 1999. That's what I'm saying, man. Can you tell me the Dodge potential? Should I sell or hold it? I will never tell you what to do with your money. We are not financial advisors here. Nothing I do and say here is financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence for getting into any coin, project, or trade. Or when you ever buy or sell something, it's on you. You're buying and selling. You're pressing that button. I'll never put my hand calmly over yours on your mouse. This is your hand. My hand will never be here doing this. You'll be doing your own things all the time. I don't manage people's portfolios. I don't take your money. If someone's acting like me and asking to be me, it's a scam. It's funny. You know what I did is I took my profile picture and I made it say, if I DM you, I'm a scammer. And that's what it says. So, because what they were doing is they were stealing my profile picture and they were DMing people. So I said, how do I outsmart them? I'm like, oh, people trust me. So so I said, if I DM you, I'm a scammer. And it says that in text, right? Well, if I DM you first, I'm a scammer, really. Because what they do is they get, hey, thank you for joining the group. Like, we have other things. We have another deep VIP group that will give you more signals if you want to pay, blah, blah, blah. And they try to extort people for money. Hasn't happened in a while. They've kind of left us alone. I feel like we're protected. And me and my admins are so good about deleting people so fast out of the group. They get deleted so fast, they're just like, damn, that group's too on point. No one's into it. It doesn't seem to work for them. And so, yeah. But we deal with it. And I thought I had a funny way of getting around it. So shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. We're taking a look at here at Bitcoin. And all we can say is, a little more downside coming, in my humble opinion. Something like this. And bounce. Eventually, we'll find a bottom. We're closer to the bottom than we are to the top. We take a look at the daily time frame. Extremely oversold. like to the ground. Like beat. Like the last time we were beat like this, it was extremely oversold. I mean, and you could even see more downside though. Look at that. And there could be a divergence forming. So it can always get worse. I always tell everyone thinks that, oh, it can always get worse. Remember that. The market makers will bring you to your knees before they raise you to greatness. That's why most people will never stand with the lifers. Most people will never 100x. It's true. Most people will never 100x because when you get in, to 100x, you really have to know how to hold. And most people just don't have it. They don't have it in their DNA. They're not strong enough. Like literally, a lot of people want to make it in crypto. I'm going to teach you how to get strong mentally and emotionally. That's how you're going to make it in crypto. I'm telling you right now, mental toughness. Doc Rivers, mental toughness is how you're going to make it through cryptocurrency. So all we can watch is that 7-minute inverted head and shoulder, really. And levels to watch right now to see if we don't break 40,600. I think we're going to come down here and bounce off 40,200, even 39.8, something like that. Because once they get to 40, they're going to, why don't they scare you again with a little bit of 39 action? So I could see that happening. Did we bottom? Have we bottomed? I say we're very close to the bottom, but I can't say that we have bottomed. But I say we are very close to the bottom, right? Are we in a bear market that extends for the next 6 months? It's possible. It's possible. Do we have to short and go up and down? Bitcoin will always still at least go up and down, you know? However, the trend on the weekly, the 2-week, look at the 2-week chart. Extremely beat down. Every time we've been down here on the 2-week, it was never a bad idea, right? Here you did go to 69 and we would see the pandemic lows at 32. So it didn't mean you were out of the water yet, but you would go from 69 all the way back up to 10 and there would be a little bit of a pump. And then the divergence would also be talked about there. And that was a black swan event. I mean, you could always be ready. There could, any time in the world, there could be a black swan event, right? This is why it's risky. This is life. It's risky to be born. It's risky to be alive. I'd rather take this risk than risk my time working for someone for the rest of my life and know exactly what I'm going to get paid and know that that's it. And I'm not going to get anywhere. So don't make me cry. Just kidding. Instead of selling, I will accumulate more and more. Not concentrate on price, but number of coins. Yeah, I just focus on how much Bitcoin I have over and over again. Like, how much Bitcoin do I have? I'm mostly listening and answering emails, right? With God with me, who can be against me? That's you, Crypto Lifer. More to come. More to come. For you, brother. Congrats. Yeah, with God with me, who can come again? I truly believe I'm protected with God's grace. And every single day I've put my hands in God, and I literally know that if I fall back right now, God will catch me. Which if I fell back, I hit the green screen, I just fell on the ground. Everyone was like, he did not get caught. No, but I'm not making a joke. What I say is I truly do believe God has my back in every way, shape, or form. And that energy behooves me. It's inside of me. It lives in me. And I share it every single day. And my energy seems to be endless. I wake up every morning. This morning, I didn't wake up in the best mood. I'll be honest with everybody. This morning, I didn't wake up in the best mood. But you know what? When I came and did my live stream and did my thing, I felt better. My voice is a little hoarse. I canceled a tutoring appointment this morning because my voice was sore. And I was like, man, I need my voice for the live stream. I can't talk for a whole hour this morning without, eventually your voice gets sore, right? So I'm oversold here on the 3-day chart, oversold on the weekly, the 2-week. Like, come on now. The monthly's getting low. Like, 3 months, you got nothing on it. But, I mean, the monthly is getting low. Like, it's the lowest I've ever seen the monthly. Bitcoin is hitting the lowest levels I've ever seen. Like, this is extremely bearish for Bitcoin. What I mean is, like, this is the lowest. Like, it doesn't really get much lower than this. Like, so we're near the bottom. I'm sniffing a bottom. Part of my language. We're near a bottom. It's close. And I didn't say that thinking, that's you who thought that. I was talking about technical analysis and Bitcoin and cryptocurrency every single day. We go over Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, Fibonacci levels, trading, how to become financially free and break away from the chains of the 9 to 5. So you don't have to do what people were telling you to do. I created my reality by not doing what others told me to do. I looked at the world and I said, this world is not formatted right. I said, I'm not going to live by these rules. These rules don't make sense to me. I'm going to live by my own rules as long as I'm not hurting anybody. And I'm going to create my own business. And I'm going to create my own product. And I'm going to connect with people in my own way. And I'm going to educate people every single day on this channel, day in and day out. And so I don't, I stay away from promoting garbage projects, right? I'm here every single day on the live. And I really just promote my own products because those are the products that I can control. I can't control everybody else's products, but I can control mine. So when I promote my products, I know they stand for me and that they're going to be steadfast and strong, right? My trading courses, my live stream courses, even my downloadable courses that will be coming out not too long from now. So blow your mind. 40,900, right? Bitcoin. I do see it pumping here on the 1 hour. However, the 15-minute needs to resurface. So we have an alert here. When the 15-minute comes on down, I will alert my patrons. And that's the beauty of being in the Patreon. They get a 5-hour update on Bitcoin every single day. Every 5 hours, they're getting updates on Bitcoin, breaking it down, sharing with them what I see in the markets every single day. So I'm watching this 7-minute, watching these levels, and this is really where we stand. If we can break out of this, this is how we dig out. If not, there could be more downside. What I see happening is maybe we reset. My projection is we reset, come down, bounce on the 15, pop up here, get rejected by 42K again, and a nice dump back down to 38,900 on the, but hey, because the 4 hour still has more downside, and that's the majority of the downward momentum is waiting, and it hasn't completed yet. So until that 4 hour comes on down to that dotted line, in my humble opinion, we have more downside, and I don't play that game when the stochastics tell me there's more to come. I trust the stochastics that there's more to come. So, okay, that's Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell. Let's take a look at the dollar index. What do we see for the dollar index? I talked about this possibly being a shoulder, a head and a shoulder for the dollar, right? People are bypassing this, really not noticing what I'm talking about. Now, when I go to the weekly on the dollar, it's extremely overbought and pumping to the downside. Strange though, yeah, so you had 1-2 down weeks when the weekly crossed, right? Starting to kind of try to hold itself down, but the weekly does, just like Bitcoin, need to come back to the 21-day moving average, which is a good sign that the dollar does want to dump a little bit. However, it's forming a bit of a cup and handle. That could show signs of bigger movement, but I am showing you, 3-day actually wants to pump for the dollar too, which is not a good sign for Bitcoin. So a strong dollar. And I'm telling you right now, when the Fed says they want to taper, it means they're going to put less money in the market. When there's less money in the market and products keep getting created, the dollar goes up in value. And because when there's 100 loaves of bread, there's $100, right? Each loaf of bread is $100. But what if they print tons and tons of money, but they don't make more loaves of bread? Eventually, the loaves of bread will be worth $2 or $3 because it has to absorb the price of all the money that's coming into the market. Yeah, Bob Saget died yesterday. We gave him a moment of silence on the live stream yesterday. And shout out to Bob Saget. I think we're shacking out the weak hands before they flip the switch. XRP Army. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. We could be in a black swan event and we could go down to 10K, 15K. I hope you're ready for anything that is possible in the market. I hope you're not a moon boy who just thinks you are holding on that it has to. Anything is possible. Be ready for anything. Always keep spare powder and always take profits on the way up. Okay? Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. So the 3-day chart oversold on the dollar index isn't a good sign for BTC. Even though they both look like they could be doing that. A little more downside on the 12-hour. The daily has a little downside too. So can this head and shoulder drop? And that would be a good sign for Bitcoin. So can we get a dump here on the dollar? We take a look at the 1 hour. It's coming down too as well. So the 1 hour suggests that today we'll have a little bit of a relief rally for Bitcoin and maybe some of the altcoins, depending. Starting at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon when the dollar starts to dump down, and we'll have a bit of a movement. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones. Down 531 points. And look, shoulder, head, and shoulder, right? Isn't that funny? The 1 hour was high, right? The 4 hour was extremely high, overbought. So anyone that here, I said we're at the top. I said it looked like we could bounce to the downside here. Look, shoulder, head, and shoulder. Insanity, right? Now we're going to come to the downside. Now we're oversold on the 4 hour, and the daily has a little more room to go. This is a good sign for the Dow. We're finding a bottom here at a higher low. So the Dow actually, look, You had your low, higher low. This will be your third higher low in a row, making this right shoulder. And then that's an inverted right shoulder falling rising wedge that could break up to the upside. We take a look at the weekly for the Dow, and it's pumping in a bit of with more momentum. The 3-day with some momentum, and the daily just needs a little more downside. Bit of an M pattern there on the Dow Jones. So it says a couple more days of pain, but then the Dow does look like it will rip into February 14th and Valentine's Day. So it looks like we'll have a Valentine's Day rally, or that's when the rally will begin to kind of slow down a little bit. But it looks like we're seeing something coming our way, right? Okay, so that's the Dow Jones Industrial. We'll take a look at the dollar index. The dollar index, the Dow, we looked at that. Now we'll look at Bitcoin dominance. All right, pumped up a little bit. Alts are hard to trade when Bitcoin dominance is pumping to the upside. We were low, and it's funny. Yesterday, if you look at my channel, what did I say? Huge move for Bitcoin coming in 24 hours. How did I know that? How did we know that? Just look at my titles. Bitcoin, huge move coming. Do you have a plan in place? And I talked about how we could short it, and I said exactly what to do if the market was going to do it, and it did it. So, bam, spread them. That's insane. There's no getting ready for you, Gina. Just going to close my eyes and jump. Wow, that's insane. You can pay for crypto for beginner's course. Spread them. That's insanity. Bitcoin, huge move coming. Do you have a plan in place? What no one will show you. Crypto, NFT, metaverse. And so, yeah, got you geared up and ready to go. 275 people watching on the live. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate that. If you're watching on your phone, flip the chat away. Hit that button. Do the right thing. If you're driving in your car, pull over for a second. Hit that like button. If you're listening on your headphones, watch for a second. Hit that like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. You help somebody else learn what RUBIC is. I like RUBIC. They didn't pay me for this. I just absolutely love RUBIC. It's multi-chain. You can buy anything from anywhere on an amazing top 7 chains and more. It's multi-chain, baby. Look, if you go here, you can buy on Ethereum, on Binance Smart Chain, on Phantom, on Matic, on Solana, on Avalanche, on Moon River, on Phantom, on Harmony, and on Huobi, I believe, right? Is that Huobi's? And so, amazing what you can do here at RUBIC. And all you need is one currency to get any single currency you need. Stop wasting games. Stop wasting your time. Stop trying to bridge. Stop trying to move crypto around. You'll be able to buy 10,600 cryptos here, all with the click of a button. May take some time, like 4 to 5 minutes, but eventually it's no longer than that, and the transaction goes through swimmingly. I've done it many times. I've even done it live on the channel. I absolutely love RUBIC. You can buy any asset you need with RUBIC. You don't need any other exchange in the world. RUBIC will get you any coin you need on any single chain almost. Not every single one, but it's going to cover you for about 90% to 89% of all the coins. Lifer can read and talk of this. Yeah, it's nuts. Okay, so MetaMask for beginners. How? I don't know. It's kind of like a thing, you know? Like I just said, it's kind of like a thing, and it said that he always reads the good ones. And I actually read, he always reads the good ones as I said out loud. I definitely read and said it at the same time. It's kind of weird. Like right now, kind of weird when short squeeze. I read when short squeeze when I said kind of weird, but then I hide when short squeeze for when I want to say it, right? You're funny, Gina. I'm from Pleiades. The Pleiades, do you know what the Pleiades is? The Pleiades. It's the Seven Sisters, the Myceriant 45. That's where me and my people come from. By other cultures is the asterism and open star cluster containing middle-aged, hot B-type stars in the northwest of the constellation Taurus. At a distance of 444 light years, it's among the nearest star cluster to Earth and is nearest Mycerian object to Earth, and is the most obvious cluster to the naked eye in the sky. The Pleiades, hot blue and luminous stars. That's why we have the blue eyes. The blue. My people are mainly blue over there. The Pleiadians, you know, welcome. People are like, what the? Look up the Pleiadians, check them out. You'll find out who we are and what we do. The people of the light. Star seeds, baby. Yeah. Read about us. Let us know, man. If you want to become a Pleiadian, we'll let you in. If I'm blowing your mind, I'm sorry. But my people were blonde hair, blue-eyed race. The Pleiadians. It's insanity. It's kind of crazy, man. It's pretty nuts, and I'm not trying to be weird. I'm just breaking it down. Anyway, that's another story for another day. Okay, so the Dow Jones Industrial down 451 points, right? Tether dominance, wanting to pump to the upside here on the 1 hour, but the daily suggests overall that it's eventually giving it up, like a little more pumpage, and then we're going down. Can't believe how much of a move it got there to the upside, but it was. Look, we showed you in an inverted head and shoulder. That's another reason why we began to short Bitcoin, because we said, hey, this looks like it's going to pump to the upside. And that's an ascending triangle. 50% chance of break to the upside, and there's your measured move. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. If you just use the TA and you know where to put the TA, so like if you can find the right inverse assets and you put the TA on the right things, it's going to show you so much. Damn, I'm only from Vietnam. Blaming my parents for that. You may be a star seed from another galaxy. You never know, man. You never know where your ancestors are truly from. We'll take a look at total market cap, which we've talked about before, and we went over it. And look at the levels to watch for the total market cap. We'll double click here and just look at the levels. So let's mark my levels. $1.89, 1.8 basically 1.79 trill. 1.93, which we broke through. 2 trillion, which I can't believe we gave up because we were holding it for so long. No matter how crazy we got, it seemed to hold. And $2.1 trillion. So these are all levels to watch, and the level we need to get above really to get back to going is 2.26 trillion. I have shown you this is an inverted drunken head and shoulder. Slanted inverted drunken head and shoulder, an extreme flag that does want to break to the upside, but however there's still slight hidden bullish divergence on the 12 hour. Isn't that insane? Because this is swinging to the upside. Let's take a look at the 3-day. You can see that line right there is swinging to the upside, but it's sharply swinging to the downside on the total market cap. So you can see we have hidden bullish divergence on the total market cap, suggesting that all is well. And we'll end up here. We're just getting through this down period at $1.9 trillion. However, we broke through my level that I was looking at. You can even see the bigger on the 3-day chart right there, but there was some support on the 4 hour. But we broke through this level. Let's see a bigger level there. 1.96 trillion. And, you know, my next major level to watch on the 3-day right there. At about $1.82 trillion. Yeah? Is everything okay? Yeah, I have it. Live for only live crypto guy on right now. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. Appreciate each and every one of you coming on in. Thank you for jumping on into the live stream. And so we're looking at this closely. Shoulder, head, and shoulder. We don't take a day off just because the market's up or down. It does not matter. That's why we find opportunity in the market no matter what. No matter what. So when we look at this, 1.82 trillion has to hold. That doesn't hold. We could make a nasty fall all the way back down to $1.68 trillion in the market cap. And then that's the next level we're going to talk about. So all eyes on this 1.82 trillion. Forget Bitcoin. Let's look at the market cap. $1.82 trillion needs to hold. And we're actually at a standstill right here at 1.9 because you can see that's where the previous 2 candles closed. So like this level kind of has to hold right here. If it doesn't, we're testing 1.8. And if that breaks, we're going back down to $1.69 trillion in the market cap. And then this falling wedge will break to the downside. And we could touch the 200-day moving average as well, which is possible. We're getting closer and closer to these bottoms. So let's review what we went over already today. All right, we went over the dollar, which looked like it wants to dump on bigger time frames, but some indecision and showed some signs of life, which is not the best for Bitcoin. We went over U.S. Tether dominance, which looks like on the weekly and the bigger time frames and even the daily, it wants to dump, but it may have a little more leg to go. Meek Mill, a famous American rapper who reached more than 100 million streams within a week in October, has told his 10 million Twitter followers to get an ETH address. Amazing. I love it. Just like 17 likes to 300 likes. So Meek Mills, let's put that out there. Meek Mills and Ethereum. I know Meek Mills. I was a rapper for years. I still am technically, but I don't rap anymore. Even my PR team says I can't rap anymore. Kind of sad. They're like, yo, man, you rap again, we ain't gonna do what we do for you. You ain't a rapper. You a financial guru, man. I'm like, I get it. They're like, we can't. I'm like, whatever. I need everybody that rock with me to learn about stocks and cryptocurrency ASAP. Look at this, January 8th. I got a whole mixtape. Can I blockchain it? Where is Jimmy ETH? You're gonna need an ETH address to hear this new mixtape. Google how to get one ASAP. Now I can really rap. Meek Mill, baby, doing his thing, man. Little Flip drops his price for versus against his funny against versus against Ti. That's funny. That's awesome that he tweeted that. And he's got a big voice. And look, he's got a Bored Ape right there too. So he bought a Bored Ape just to let everybody know. You know what I'm saying? So why is it doing that? It didn't do that in months, man. Anyway. My man just said, here's where you called 40K for the Bitcoin on the live. And he put it out there for me. Magicraft, MCRT, and it's fun ticker time. We went over Bitcoin. I kind of see where it's going. The 1 hour looks like we're going to pump. The 4 hour, however, looks like we're going to dump. So let's see how much the 1 hour can give us. But I'm telling you right now, that 4 hour doesn't look pretty. We tried to retest this line at 42K and we're getting a rejection. Actually, let me, sorry. Everyone's like, wait. Let me clean this up. Yeah. So we go to the 4 hour here. We did have the inverted head and shoulder that broke out. We came back and tested the neckline. The 1 hour can pump. Hopefully the 1 hour gets us here. And then when the 4 hour dumps down. So this is what we want. We go back to the 1 hour and I'm showing you this. You'll understand this if you join my trading group. But the 1 hour will come up. We get our pump. We called this yesterday. Same exact thing. If you're watching my channel yesterday, I'm showing you this falling wedge. The 1 hour is low and I said the 1 hour can come up. Sorry. And I talked about the 1 hour coming up with the stochastics. We're in the same situation here. Wow, well,
so
great
you just
teaching.
Got to my channel and you saw that yesterday.
Like I'm just
Learn
watching this if I didn't know
this.
this.
Stick with me. You know when the guy's dying, stick with me. Don't go anywhere. Stick with me.
Stick with me.
You can do this. And so, I'm sorry, I'm crazy about that.
That's funny.
And so, oversold here on the stochastics RSI, moving to the upside. And the MACD is ready to rock too as well, and we're seeing signs of life here. So, with all that being said, the 1 hour does want to pump. How high it gives us what it does for us. If the 1 hour just does this, lackluster, prepare for a bear flag there. And then the 1 hour and the 4 hour are both going to be high. And we're going to, and the measured move is going to be basically this pole here out of that bear flag. And prepare for a dump. I can already tell you that's a dump to about 40K. So, and then bam, nailed it, called it. I didn't know I was going to hit the music like that, but we nailed it. You know, my extraction team, you should cut that part out and then maybe cut a beginning of the video out today if we can. I don't know how much you can do. And if we can make that a little bit of a video, that would be pretty cool, man. Because like I'm consistently predicting Bitcoin every single day, where it's going, where it's going to go on the day by day. And so, sorry, too loud. Blasting the ears off because I go loud there. Shout out to everyone here on the live. 267 people watching on the live. 289 likes. We get more likes than watchers now every single time. You know, that's why we have more people watching the live, because that means we have 500 people watching. You know what I'm saying? Show me the stream that has more people watching than likes. Just doesn't happen. It happens here every single day, all the time. So it means more people are watching the stream than they're showing that are watching the stream. And so I've now released myself and realized that. I didn't know that before. So now I'm like, oh, I am reaching as many people as I thought I was. They're just not showing, but that's fine. I don't mind that. That's completely fine. They can do whatever they want as long as I'm touching the people that I need to touch, as long as the love is love. Look, they call this, look, and even they keep me here at 19.9, even though everyone saw that I've gone to 20K already. I'm just like, it's just, you know, like, look at that. But they keep me at 19.9. And even if I refresh, they'll keep me at 19.9. Whatever, man. It's cool.
The good shall inherit the earth. But, like, they're playing games with this 19.9 now. See this? Whatever, man. It's funny to me. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on into the live stream. So, look. We got the Dow. We did the dollar. We did Bitcoin dominance. Tether dominance. We did total, the entire market cap. Let's take a total three, the entire market cap of all of the altcoins. How are they doing against crypto? They broke out, came back down. Bit of a double bottom there on the 3-day. See, so the alts, to me, are slightly they're dumping a little less. Like, the total has lost more. The alts are actually double bottoming and saying, hey, we don't want to go lower than 750 billion. And they've already bounced off that. Levels to watch is 750 billion. We break 750 billion, we're looking at 683, 680 bill, and then we're looking at down at 634. And then there's a pretty nasty gap down to about 516. So, levels to watch for the entire market cap of all of cryptocurrencies, just all of the little ones, though. This excludes Ethereum and Bitcoin. This is all the altcoins, right? Then we even have DeFiPerp. DeFiPerp's looking way more bullish. However, that is a shoulder, head, and a shoulder. Does that mean DeFi is about to dump to the downside? That would be the neckline. Let's pray that this head and shoulder gets negated. 3-day does suggest there's more downside, though. That's interesting. So is DeFi going to fall and follow Bitcoin now or something? Or is Bitcoin going to rip and then DeFi is going to, like, interesting. So all eyes on that. This is a basket of the top, like, 20 DeFi coins, like Aave, Uni, all that kind of combined. Right? When Bitcoin Lambo. We'll take a look at that 7-minute. So there's your 7-minute move, and it's funny. I mean, we broke this down, right? Let's go to the other chart. I just love how what I show you comes through on the camera even when we're live, like immediately. I think we were on KuCoin when I did the inverted, right? Look, there's the inverted head and shoulder. And we talked about these, and they break out 68% of the time, right? Pretty crazy, right? However, don't get too excited by that. These are just spurts and small time frames based on, like, maybe over-leveraged traders kind of spewing the market up. And, you know, or the dollar maybe pulling back for a slight second. So, you know, but we did show you this. And the measured move, right, is the length of the pole to the neckline, the neckline to the head here. And that would project you all the way up here to about 42,500, right? So you got the move. You got the breakout, reversal. But this is a level that you need to stay above now. Candles need to start closing above 41,000, 42,000. Really, realistically, candles need to close above 42,250. Okay. But again, nasty crash. We're right back where we were at the beginning of the morning, like it never happened. So a lot of liquidity did get grabbed up. That seemed to be a beautiful price, $39,000. So yeah. Did any of the whales scoop up Bitcoin on that big move? We'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. I'll be watching those whale addresses now consistently throughout the time. Fear and Greed Index at 23. I believe it's at about a 12 or a 14, but maybe, you know, it will rebalance itself. Bitcoin got a bit of a pump there on the 7-minute chart. Inverted head and shoulder to the upside, as we talked about. But again, that 50-minute is spent, and look for it to go sideways now. So if now you want to track Bitcoin, it's pretty simple. There's the 21-day moving average. Price is going to have to come back to it or near it. So you form a bit of a flag here, and then the 21 will come up. That's the most bullish sign. Then we get an alert on the 50-minute, and then the 1 hour is ready to rock, and we could actually begin to get a pump. What's good about this is this was a falling wedge. We did break the falling wedge, and there's a 68% chance of break to the upside of this falling wedge with a measured move here, all the way back to 43,533. That would be great. We'd get back above this region, and then we'd get out of this bigger falling wedge as well. So I had you zoomed in that zoo area. Let's zoom you back out and see how I can give you the big, the small. I give you the Russian doll of Bitcoin. We were deep in there just now. Now we're back out. You're like, whoa, he just took me like, you were like in the magic school bus. Like she takes you inside the human body, but then you zoom back out. It's insanity. But that's what happens on this channel every single day on the live. Thank you for coming on in. 300 likes, 285 people watching. You know there's more people watching than they're giving us. YouTube, start doing the right thing. Start giving an Irish Celtic man what he's been given. Like, I've been working harder than every other YouTuber out there. Like, don't play games with me. Let the algorithm run its course. Let people find the channel. Let the right thing go. Let God do what he wants to do.
Stop fighting my channel, man. Let it roll. Let it roll, baby. Let it roll. Let it roll, baby. I watched the Magic School Bud. 302 likes from Lifers 200K sub day. Thank you, fam. Shout out to everyone here. Yeah, and we cracked 20,000 subs today and on our way to 20,100 not too fast from now. Already getting 30 subs. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. So we've gone over the entire market in a nutshell. I'm pretty comfortable where I see Bitcoin and how to track it for the rest of the day. I'm going to watch it on the 15-minute in that flag that I showed you. And we're going to be able to figure out where it's going from there. So shout out to everyone on the live. We can leave Bitcoin alone from now. YouTube being the Vinny of the Mafia fam. Right? Zero allegiance. Step one, join the test. Read the testimonials from the lifer. And so I'm going to read a testimonial that I didn't get a chance to read. These are testimonials that people write in the group. This one was amazing. It's crazy. He said, I still remember the day I found your channel. Someone in a different 24/7 channel I was in had made a brief mention about you and how the asset I was currently looking at was going to make a move based on your technical analysis. Sure enough, it did to my delight, and I made the effort to find your channel, and things have never been the same since. I was in the worst part of my life. I was in treatment for severe depression. I almost took my life several times. I lost my home. I was in complete and utter isolation. The job I was at, where I was doing my life's work, which is helping others to use technology to better their own lives, was beating me down emotionally and spiritually. Here in the Lifer fam, I've been able to continue. I do the same. I do something similar, interesting. I use technology to help people better their lives. Do something very similar. Here in the Lifer fam, I've been able to, that's exactly what I do actually. I've been able to continue my life's work. I've been able to help others on my own terms. I've been able to be self-sufficient. For me, it hasn't been about making loads of money. It's been to learn a new skill and find a talent that I didn't know I had and then integrate it into what I already know. The beginner's course was eye-opening. I didn't speak much during our 2 hours together. It's just the way I learned. I took everything from it and applied it. The group we have here, Gina, Stacks, Rodney, Grace, Dingo, XRP, Kevin, Love, and I know I'm missing people, but you know who you are the best at what they do. The Lifers as a whole are more than just a group of people who talk about assets or swap charts. There's a belonging here. It's more than just a vibe. You built it, Sam, and we came. I'm making it now. The thoughts and dreams of taking that final step are gone. This team, this family was a huge part of that recovery. I can't thank you and the rest of the Lifers for that. I will take this with me wherever I go. My blood family, thank you all as well. Long story short, for those still reading this, join the family, take the courses, get the education, learn the skill, change your life, then change someone else's for the better. Amen, man. Amen, man. Amen, dude. My rap name was Sam Price. You can Google me. Sam Price. It's my regular name. I didn't have a rap name. I just had my name. All right. Now, it's now 11:26. We have a half an hour left in the show. This is where we do deep dives, talk about coins, and I interact with the chat. That's what I love to do. That's why I do the live. You can't do this when you make a video and edit it. You can't interact with people from around the world. And to me, that's why I do the show. It's for that connection. It's for that feeling. It's for being live. If you can't do it live, then you can't do it. So shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And let's get into the chat. You know, let's talk about it. Let's talk about life. Let's have fun. Let's break it down. Anyone looking at a coin, doing a deep dive, let me know. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? As the music stopped, that was kind of funny, right? A lot to go over in the market today, right? I mean, price prediction for Solana in 2022. You're a good man. Joe Free, thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. Price prediction for Solana in 2022. Let's take a look at that. The price, MDT on the weekly. If you're bored, let's take a look at MDT on the weekly. For my gal, Gina. And Gina, you know, AVAX, please, from Tokyo Sex Whale, coming true with the ideas over there. Let's take a look at MDT on the weekly time frame. And we already nailed it. Let's lose all our stuff and start fresh again. We showed MDT was in this pennant wanted to break out. And it did break out to the upside. Boom, got tight and it flew, right? We see a lot of other coins kind of looking similar to that, right? We take on the weekly. This isn't looking too good on the weekly. Says it might have to come down to support here at about 0.05 again before it can rip. Or maybe bounce off this line here at 0.77. 0.077, sorry. So we'll see. But the weekly's showing an M pattern there on the stochastics. But we'll take a look at the daily time frame. The daily suggests you're in a beautiful cup and handle, though. So I would trade this daily. The weekly's not that strong. It hasn't been around that long, so like I don't trust it too much. It does say it's retracing, but it could flip there, you know. So MDT in a bit of a cup and handle, is it not? On the daily time frame, and this thing likes to fly. This is Gina's love. Gina likes to pump this coin. It likes to pump. This coin likes to pump hard for Gina. So, yeah. I could see this thing doing some serious damage. I just remember how many times she's been in my group and she's been like, I'm on MDT, guys, and y'all are missing out. And it's just boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, dang, she did it again. The gal loves trading this thing. So let's take a look at it. 173% gains out of this. Immutable X, too. We'll take a look at both of those. Immutable X got a little bit of, didn't it get added somewhere? I think it got added to Binance, right? So we'll take a look, or something happened to Immutable X. Some good news for it recently. So MDT could make it back up to 23 cents from 8.9. 9 cents to 23 cents, not too shabby. 173% gains out of MDT. We'll take a look at it. And, you know, this thing was defying gravity the last time Bitcoin was playing games. The 4 hour was high on a lot of these coins. Now the 4 hours about to be low on a lot of these coins. That's something we're also going to talk about and we're going to be watchful of, right? The 1 hour's low, ready to rock. The 4 hour needs to come on down. So it's actually coming to the sweet spot. I like what I'm seeing for MDT. Just wait for that 4 hour to come, maybe get a little more pleasant. And this thing could do some serious damage. Shout out to Tokyo Sexwell for the 999. Hold on. Let's take a look at MDT. And it's crazy. Look at the news that I wrote today. Look at all the news that we went over. For the market to be so bearish, it's so interesting and strange, you know? It doesn't make any sense. Shout out to Tokyo Sexwell, always giving. Always giving. Thank you, Zero Allegiance, always giving as well for the $5 super chat. Unbelievable. Let's take a look at AVAX. Anytime AVAX is under $80 to me, it's a stizzle. It's like, that is cheap AVAX, you know what I'm saying? That is an M pattern, though. Hold up. Hold up. Possible inverted head and shoulder, but also a bit of an M, no? I mean, that's an M pattern. Let's take a look at is a bigger chart going to fall on us? Is the 3-day? No? Okay. Interesting. That is an M pattern, but, you know, there's a 32% chance it doesn't break to the downside, but that is an M, you know, regretfully so. And they do tend to drop the length of the M, which would be this length here, and we can get a drop to the downside. AVAX back to 46 says the M pattern, so that has to be negated. This support region has to hold up to negate the M. All right. And you can see how, like, previous resistance became new support. Previous resistance became new support. So now we want to see maybe, you know, another bounce here. So we know. I mean, this is what I'm seeing for AVAX. The 3-day chart says it wants to fly. Eventually, it's getting... The 3-day chart will tell you when you're closer to the bottom than the top. When the 3-day was up here, where were you? You were very close to the top. When the 3-day was down here, where were you? You were very close to the local bottom. When the 3-day was down here, where were you? You were very close to the bottom. When the 3-day was close down here, you were close to that local bottom, see? So the 3-day chart isn't going to lie to you like everybody else, you know? The 3-day chart's going to tell you. It's not going to be 190% precise. It's going to be accurate. It's not going to be precise. Two different things. It's going to accurately tell you when you're pretty close to the bottom, but it's not going to be able to tell you exactly when it is. That's the problem with trading. No one knows what it is. All you can go is based on the probabilities. And the more you kind of use those probabilities to your favor, the more you believe in them. And that's what trading really comes down to. It's your belief in the system you created. It's your belief that things will go the probability in which you found them to go, right? AVAX breaks out of this. We're going to 184. It's only a matter of time. It's got to find its way, though. Got to find its way. 3-day chart suggests there's a measured move for AVAX. And that's my projected theory. This plays out with Bitcoin and the whole market system because I see Bitcoin has maybe a little more downside. This could even drop, play games. We could see this even go a little more down. We don't know. AVAX could end up down here at 58, and this is still probable. So Bitcoin could go down to 37, 38, AVAX at 58. The whole market could dump even a little more. We could still see everything back up at 183 sometime in March, February. So, and that's what they do. They bring the market down, and then they triple up again. They find a way to 3, 4, 5x no matter what. But remember, so if the measure moves 183, they like the 3, 4, 5x, then it's highly likely they're going to bring the price a little lower. They don't want to just double up. They want to triple up at the very most. That's something I've never really thought about or used like as a more affirmative idea, but they tend to want to make more than just a double up when they get back to the measured move. I'm talking about the market makers. And there's my AVAX projection. Yeah, I mean, look what my buddy said here. He goes, these are some pretty strong tweezers. And they are. I mean, when you have a tweezer bottom like that, that's a bullish engulfing candle, and you took it right back up to the upside on the 30-minute. I mean, the bulls had to show up there. If the bulls did not show up there, there was definitely going to be more downside, and I still think there could be more downside. I don't see us completely out of the water yet. So, yeah, so, yeah, just be careful. Don't get caught up in rallies and be like, oh, we're already bouncing back. I did that as a young trader. You know, take your time with these bounces up. All right, take your time. All right. XMMGX, man, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Much respect to you. World on Dex Tools, please. Immutable X. Wow. 3 super chats from, wow, unreal. Tokyo Sexwell giving $30, $3,999 super chats. Always the same people. And you want to look at Epic Prime? We'll take a look at Epic Prime. It's been a while. Crypto Music, congrats, my dude, man. Thank you so much for that, brother. Appreciate you, man. If it hits the 8, 38, 28, 18, scary. Mr. Lincoln's Groot's root. That's interesting. Patrick Meyer, if you type a coin, he may touch on it. But Super Chat, definitely, it gets done. We got a bitch and grand over my son's recent divorce. Too old for this. Unpaid mechanic. Can you check Secret Network? Oh, getting everything together soon. Hey, man, soon is never going to be here. It's got to be done now. There's nothing left, man. We have nothing left but today. But I'm on you. I'm going to be hard on you. That's all. I'm just going to be hard on you. It's okay. Hard love is the best love you can have in the world. Immutable X on KuCoin. Dumps. Look at that thing. Just in the dumps. One of the greatest coins with a good project, too. I think this thing has really long-term legs, and it's actually backed by Becker, right? Even Elio Trade seems to like this project a lot. Interesting that it's so far in the dumps, but, you know, when something is new and it's just coming out and Bitcoin loses that substantiability, that foundational strength, the whole market starts to get jelly, you know, it really does. Starts to become jelly. Shout out to everyone here on the live. I know there's like 500 people watching. Shout out to all 500 people watching the live stream right now. Thank you so much. The number you see here is not the true number. It's a bit of a glitch. So shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for all 500, maybe even 600 people on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on in. Thank you for all the likes. We're about to get to 400 likes. Shout out to everyone here on the live. So Immutable X. I mean, I don't like, this is the one part of trading where it's a weaker, I trade strength. Strength comes from support and resistance. Strength comes from Fibonacci. Strength comes from an area that I can find support on. If I can't find support, I'm done, right? Okay, so now Immutable X, I mean, what I gotta see is I gotta see it break above levels. It's making one higher low so far, like my first idea that I can figure out, right? But again, like, this is a project that, like, either you believe in so much, like you research it so much, and you're fully into it 110%, you know, and you DCA into it down here at the bottom, and you call those bottoms at 360. Well, like, I don't have that conviction in this project. I haven't done that deep dive for me to care about it. Like I'd rather buy DCA into BTC. Like, I believe in Bitcoin in the next 10 years. So, not saying I don't think this project can do well. I think it's a good project in the play to earn metaverse space. I just, you know, it's got to get above significant support and resistance for us to really maintain closure on where we see this going. So it did have a shoulder, head and a shoulder. It did break to the upside, right? That was an inverted head and shoulder. However, I always talk about 90% of the times, inverted head and shoulders either come back and test the neckline. And even to break the neckline and go even lower is even worse, right? So that's bearish in my humble opinion. 1 hour, 4 hour needs to come down, even has more downside, right? And so you're looking at like a bear flag here. I hit a button here. You're looking at a bit of a bear flag there. So, yeah, that's something I might cut my losses on. I don't know, depending. You do whatever makes you happy, but that's looking in the dumps. And honestly, I wouldn't be able to call a bottom on that either until I find some support. So Immutable X is kind of like sitting on the wayside for me, because my trading style doesn't find strength there. So I don't go into places where my trading style can't show me support, right? So if I can't catch it there, it doesn't make sense to me, then I can't play on that, right? You look at the Binance, it did get wicked up all the way from 3.5. Binance looks a little different. Oh yeah, it just got onto Binance. But you got to look at the KuCoin one because that has way more information, right? And that's what we were doing. All right. So that's Immutable X. KuCoin. It's just, I need to see it get above this resistance and use it as support. I want to get a bounce off of 360, maybe even 378, maybe even $4 before I take it seriously. So, bit of a cup with a handle there, though. There's a cup, there's a slight handle, but it's got a lot of work to do. All right. Okay, World on Dex Tools. We'll take a look at that. AVAX, World on Dex Tools. We'll go over to Dex Tools, take a look at WRLD. I just want to look at the market cap of this thing. Look, RUBIC, $21 million market cap, cross-chain. Unbelievable what it does. I mean, it's got a great utility. RUBIC's amazing. I don't see why RUBIC's not going to continue to do damage. You know. Mars Inu up 54% today with a $1 million market cap. Funny. How's Zelda doing? Zelda was hot on our radar yesterday. One of the hotter coins in the game. Continuing to rip Zelda Inu. Look at that. Forming a beautiful, oh man, Zelda Inu doing damage. And that's been on our radar. That's been our coin of the week, really. Zelda Inu was the coin of the week. Talked about it every single day on the live. Zelda Inu, Zelda Inu, Zelda Inu. Bang, 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 bang. I copy that contract address. Then you paste it right here. Enter the token. And Zelda Inu. Let's take a look at what we're seeing here. Wow, just continue to rip. And we put it in this pennant here yesterday. We kind of had it here and saying, looks like it's going to fly. And so it broke out, broke right back down, bounced, and then flew again. Unreal. Zelda Inu did serious damage yesterday. And we'll talk about it. I mean, it was one of the coins on my radar. I put a morning reminder for it. And yesterday, I even put out a separate video about it. Look at this. Where is it here? Look at it, massive gains 4 days ago for ZLDA. And we're showing you this coin when nobody's talking about it at a penny. So you could have 7x in the last 4 days just kicking it with us. There's ZLDA at 1 penny and 2 cents. Now look where it's at. Look, January 5th. What is today? January 10th. 5 days later, we pulled out a 7x out the market. Who else is pulling 7x's out the market right now? And I picked this coin out of hundreds of coins. I had a feeling about it. I can't explain it, but I was like, this is the one. I don't make videos about a lot of coins. The team never reached out to me. I was never asked to promote this coin. No one paid me. I just want to make it very, very clear. No one paid me to even say a word about this coin. Someone brought it up on the channel. Maybe someone threw a super chat. We went over it. And then I looked at it on my own and I started to do the due diligence. I looked at the market cap. I saw what they were doing. I saw the word Zelda. 2 and 2 together. Save animals, serve humanity. Floki for 2022. And look, I mean, they should have more views. 1,300 views. Sad only 1,300 people were able to 7x. Too bad 10,000 people didn't see this video. 33 comments. It's always the 33. Look at that. We're all going to make it, bro. Look at that. This is a good project. Definitely getting in. Love this video. I'm going to invest. People will be kicking themselves in a few weeks if they miss this opportunity to buy and invest in crypto as it's retracing. Be wise. Look at that, right? Best coin, to be honest, done at 20x already. Look at that. New sub from around the block. Most legit token out there. ZLDA is legit. It's another dog coin. Gave you a thumbs up anyway. Supporting the channel. It is just another dog coin. How much you paid? How much they paid for this? See, no one paid me for this video. See how we said that? Nobody paid me for this. I imagine being so paranoid you think everyone is being paid to say something ever. Imagining minding your own business. Oh, that's awesome. This guy put him in his place. This guy really put this guy in his place. This is great. Look, he goes, how much did they pay you for this? And this guy goes, imagine being so paranoid that you think everyone is being paid to say everything. That's awesome. Sponsorships, what the F? Imagine minding your own business. This is great. Wait, imagine being so paranoid and delusional that you think anybody's being paid sponsorships to lie to you about cryptocurrencies. You're clueless. Imagine being clueless to those YouTubers making money to promote cryptos. Okay, buddy. That's so funny. Oh, man. Shaman King Udu, Nirek. That's pretty funny. But this coin has done a 7x since I talked about it. You can say whatever you want, right? Maybe a 6x because it was at 12, but whatever. So shout out to my lifers that believed. Shout out to my people and ZLDA. And we're going to take a look at the chart again on ZLDA and zoom on in here. It's making another flag. And it's actually showing signs of life to the upside yet again. That's another bull pennant. That shows signs of life. That wants to pump. Bitcoin's dumping. Do you think ZLDA cares? No. It doesn't have enough money in liquidity. Could this dump hard? Yes. Is this a crap little coin that anything can happen to? Yes. Is this high risk, high reward? Yes. You're playing with tiny market caps. They can't even give it to you here on coin market cap. That's a good sign. That means you're dabbling in the very degen world of cryptocurrency. But again, we did our own research on this. We like the community. I like the website. And, you know, I research coins every single day. So their audits have been passed by Solidity. They've been doing their thing. They got a good team and they got a face to the name. All right. So ZLDA, man. Sometimes some projects aren't that bad. You never know. But here you go. And again, I was never paid to talk about ZLDA. I personally talk about what I like to talk about on my channel. When I am paid, I will tell you. I disclose every time I am paid. I will say, hey, this was a paid sponsorship. You know. This is funny. Sometimes I wonder if Bitcoin is thinking about me too. Yeah, right. Bitcoin does not care about you at all. It's just an inanimate object that's going to keep rolling on. And it's going to bury you if you're not mentally strong and emotionally in tune with what you're doing, right? Let's take a look at worlds on Dex Tools. Crypto Muser, shouting out for the 199. You're the man, dude. Thank you so much for the love. XMMGX, thank you for the $5 super chat. I bought a little AVAX yesterday. Super chats, Immutable X, and World. Hey, Lifer. Here every day religiously. Love the channel. You are the GOAT. Can you check render, please? Shout out to Rob Lisboa. Rob Lisboa. Anytime, Rob. Anytime. VR holding so nice. We'll take a look at VR as I went into VR last night with about 4,000. I'm going to continue to hold that puppy. Reminder, you are always going to want more of something that's pumping. But don't risk more that you are willing to lose. Honestly, please remember that. Grace Ashley Harris, remember, you are always going to want more of something that's pumping. but don't risk more that you are willing to lose. Honestly, please remember that. Hey, Lifer, here every day religiously. Love the channel. You are the GOAT. Can we take a look at Render? We'll take a look at Render in VR too as well. Tokyo Sex Whale really laying it down today, man. Lifer, can you please look at MNET? Thank you. We'll take a look at MNET for sure. MNET. Okay, let's start with World on Dex Tools. Let's head on over to Dex Tools and take a look at WRLD. But Zelda Inu, man, we called this 7X. We nailed it. There I am talking about it on January 5th. Extraction team, let me stop the... Okay. We just might as well take these to our advantage. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm the Crypto Lifer. If you're having a good morning, day, afternoon... No. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm the Crypto Lifer. I hope you're having a good morning, day, afternoon, night, no matter where you are in the world. If you like my content and the vibe that I provide, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications, and don't forget to hit that like button, and please leave a comment. I absolutely love reading the comments. Today, we're going to talk about why coming to my live stream may be beneficial to you. Even when the market's been up and down, Bitcoin's been dumping, the Fear and Greed Index has been at 10, 15, and 20. People have been screaming and selling their entire bags, panic selling all over the place. I've been coming calm to the channel, doing my research, doing my due diligence, and we came across this coin, Zelda Inu. When we first looked at it, it was almost even lower than a penny, but today we were looking at here on January 5th. This was my live stream when I was in Florida recently, and that's why I had this screen. I was at an Airbnb in Florida because I travel the world because I don't have to go anywhere. I can do whatever I want from wherever I want when I trade for a living. So because I'm doing my show and my, my show, my trading and everything that I do, I can do it throughout the world. So I was traveling and I looked at Zelda Inu at a penny. And I said, I like this coin. I like where it's at. We looked at it closely. I did my due diligence. Bam. Let's zoom into now. On January 10th, we're sitting at 7 pennies and 4/10 of a penny, almost up to 8 cents. And this thing is up 31% today when Bitcoin is doing dumps and then doing crazy moves up and down from 39.8 back to 41. Volatility is insane on Monday mornings. I always talk about that. Watch the Monday morning volatility. But I just wanted to point this out. If you came to the channel, then you may or may not have, depending on who you were, but you may have done your own due diligence, found out about this coin, figured out your own ideas, done your own research, and you may have 6 to 7x Zelda Inu today as well, like the most of the lifers did. So just want to put this out there. Coming to the channel pays and gives you that information. And we're here every single day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Sunday nights to get you ready for the week ahead with Bitcoin in the weekly candle close. Thank you so much for watching. I also have a Patreon. I also tutor, and I also have classes. The links are below. There's also referral links to all the different things that I can offer you, which is 3 commas and KuCoin referrals and all these other places where you can learn how to trade and jump on into the market. So thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. Not bad extraction. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, I don't think I made not too many mistakes there. So, okay, so moving forward. And why do we lose so many people? Like, why does 40 people just leave the stream? I don't get it. I just don't get it. We had 280, 60 people like, we're done. I'm like, why though? Like, why are you done? Like, you might have just missed the next LTC. You never know what someone's going to super chat. What's going to happen? When I'm live, the energy is here. I would highly advise, if you can, at least keep the earphone in, because you never know what you're going to miss. I'm telling you. I never know what I'm going to miss not coming to my live. Like, I got to show up to this live. Some days I'm like, dude, if I don't show up, someone's going to show up with the best idea, something that I never knew about, and I'm not going to be able to take advantage of it. We're talking about NFT worlds. Is that worlds? Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at worlds, NFT worlds on Dex Tools. Dex Tools is a great place to look for decentralized coin apps. Okay. Dex Tools. .io. Boost your exchange experience with Dex Tools. And it has multiple chains now, which is great. You can pick which chain you want. Binance, Polygon, Phantom, Kronos, or Ethereum. Should have way more than that. It should have Avalanche and all the rest, but whatever. Not sure why they picked only those 5. We can look at USDC on NFT Worlds. I believe this is what you're talking about. All right. Life is strong, baby. Life is strong. Reminder, you are always going to want more of the... Yeah, that's a good point. Your baby Alchemy Pay got a huge rally. I know, I saw that. because it got added to Binance. And we're going to take a look at Alchemy Pay. It's funny, you know that I still hold some Alchemy Pay. I recently told my wife to buy into Alchemy Pay. Would have been a good idea for her. I said, you know, get into Alchemy Pay. I said, nobody knows about it and it's just getting started. But I'm not a financial advisor, so she couldn't take my advice. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on in and calling yourself Crypto Lifers and being a part of the live stream. We're looking at a 70-cent NFT Worlds, and it's actually consolidating very nicely here on the chart. So World doing nice. We're seeing some buys in here. You have to pay high fees because this is on the Ethereum network. Reverse Bart Simpson forming on Bitcoin 3S. 5 minute. What is he talking about? It wasn't time to trade Bitcoin 3S though. By my calculations. The 15 minutes high. You shouldn't be touching it right now. You set the alert here and we're waiting for the alert to come down, right? On the 15. Okay, it did. Wait, hold on. Let's see here. Reverse Bart Simpson on the 5 minute, man. Anyway, this is the short we're looking at for later on today. And it's actually getting ready now. The 50 minute hit my alert. So when the 15 minutes low and the 1 hour low, I hit. So okay, alert here waiting. So I got an alert on the 1 hour. The 1 hour's got to come down. So I don't touch this till the 1 hour comes down. All right. I don't know what you're doing in the 5 minute. You do whatever you want. I'm not touching that 5 minute right now. Too volatile, in my humble opinion. Zelda applied to KuCoin listing. Bitmart tomorrow. I mean, Zelda Inu could be big. Gonna be a $1 billion market cap. Easy. I refreshed and YouTube finally uploaded your 20K subs. Shout out to Love Learning. I'm so happy you got to be here to see it live, baby. To see it live. Shout out to Zero Allegiance. Shout out to Crypto Muser. Stack but Change. All my mods out there holding me down. Grace Ashley Harris. And the new and improved Crypto Muser. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in. Shiba Meta. What did he say? Shiba Meta's up huge? 39995 for Bitcoin. Never thought. Really? You never thought? Then you didn't come to this channel because we showed you all sorts of things all the time. You got to believe anything is possible. Anything is possible. Let's check out Render for my man Rob. RNDR. Thank you, Rob. So Render. I believed it was going to break on out. It did. Kind of went to this target here at 628. Didn't all the way get all the way up there, though. Let's take a look at Render. What I like about Render, it hasn't had a huge pump yet. It's been kind of dwindling, right? Kind of finding its way. It's at 346 too as well. Up, down, down. Okay. It's coming to the bottom of the pattern. Could pump to the upside. Render. All right. Bit of a double bottom happening here if they can hold this level, but it needs to hold this level. Otherwise, we don't know where it could go. It can go all the way down into despair. I could see it making back to 945, but Render's got to hold this area. Again, these are my weak spots in trading. Either I believe in a coin and I buy it in right now, but this is not a coin I have that feeling for, and I haven't done those due diligent moments. So you need a reversal, inverted head and shoulder. Something's got to give here for this to come and pump back to the upside. Like I need to see this break here, get rejected by the 200, find some support, and then eventually get above some moving average. And right until then, I'm wary of it. Like it's not VR, and you can see why I'm trading what I trade. Like look at VR holding 44.24 on this moment, and it's oversold on the 1 hour. To me, VR is just getting tighter and tighter and tighter in this way. If Bitcoin does find a bottom, I believe this is the first coin that's going to go like parabolic. I really do. Like once the market finds some sentiment of relief, even if it's a relief rally, I believe this is going to be the first thing that's going to fly. I've been trading it on and off inside these little moments, and now it's almost impossible to trade because it's so tight. It's the tightest I've ever seen a coin in my life. It's like the tightest coin ever. It's now oversold in the 4 hour, oversold in the 1 hour, right? Oversold in the 15-minute. I entered it last night when the 15-minute was oversold at 1 a.m. I said, I can't wait any longer. I said, geez, Louise, like, my trading system says you're tighter than tight. What else can I do? What else can I do, right? And so VR is on my radar. And I keep saying it's the trade of the day, but we just don't seem to get the movement lately. We're not getting volatility that we need. We need more volume in the market. We need more volume to move the coins. Like, I can see the setups. We just need the gasoline, the gasolina. But we're ready to rock on the time frames. We're super tight. I mean, by all means, this thing is ready to go. Even a bit of a, you can see it's a flat line. Look, shoulder, head, and shoulder. I've even seen that play out. We're on the 200-day moving average. It just appeared. We're on it. We're near it. We're going to, so all eyes on this puppy. All eyes on this puppy VR. I'm in this trade again. I keep leaving it, waiting, getting in. Leaving it, waiting, getting in. This has been one of the most vexing trades of my life, honestly. This has been tight. Yeah, this is the only trade I'm swinging right now. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but this is the trade I am swing trading at the moment. It's the only thing I feel has substantial ability to hold no matter what's happening. You know? Hi, Crypto Lifer. Have you checked ZLDA Inu chart? It's so beautiful. It's funny. We just spent like an hour on it. Yeah, we've gone over it in depth. Thank you for saying that. It's waiting right here, and I can see it pumping to the upside. ZLDA Inu. About to do some damage, and I tweeted it to the twit. Follow me on Twitter because I sent this tweet out, Zelda. And if you follow me on Twitter, you can see that I've been feverishly talking about ZLDA Inu, and they didn't pay me. They're lucky; they're getting free promotion, but I just like the coin. So, you know, I like what they're doing. I like the idea. Nailed it. So ZLDA Inu on my radar, and you can see me here. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. I greatly appreciate it. Zelda BNB chart right there. And I'm pretty sure I did it again somewhere. Look, Zelda BNB 18 hours ago, right before even the pump happened. I like this idea. Look, don't worry, be happy. Do you have a problem in your life? Yes. Can you do something about it? No. Then why worry about it? Okay. If you can't do anything about it, then why are you going to worry about it? Right? So do you have a problem in your life? No, I don't. Then be happy. Okay. If you do have a problem in your life, yes. Can you do something about it? No. Then why worry? Can you do something about it? Yes. If you can do something about it, then why worry? Isn't that amazing? It's such a simple thing, but it's pretty nice, right? I'm actually going to print it because I need this in my life. As simple as it is for you guys, something like this would really set me straight when I really need things that just kind of like make sense, you know? So there you have it. And it's 12 o'clock. It's the end of the live. We have come to the end of the live. I honestly think we might have bottomed. We will see if that stock market pumps as well. All markets are indecisive. We usually had to flip the script on my seat. Just gave you a follow on Twitter. Thanks for the input on Render. Thank you, man. You can't control the weather. I'm starting a new channel soon. Didn't want to exclude any followers that hate on XRP. XRP, Super Chats, MNET, and Render. We take a look at Render. Let's take a look at MNET. MNET network on KuCoin. My network. Actually, this one's been pretty hot too. Thank you for putting that on the radar. And we look at CHMB, what was it? Chubby Valley? Chubby Valley? Chumby Valley, I think it's called. Okay, so this thing tanked on the 3-day. Had its pump and tanked down, right? I mean, again, this is something like we've talked about before. It's a new coin that's at the bottom of its barrel. You either got to research this and really like it and DCA into it, and that's got to be you. I'm not there, so I couldn't even, you know. So, like, it's not what I'd be doing, but you do whatever makes you happy if this is what you want to do. I need to see this kind of make its way out first. That's the printer. I'm like, what's going on? So this needs to break out of this falling wedge pennant and start anew. I mean, I don't touch things like this unless I really knew about it, or if I was already in it and I had a DCA in. Yeah, you got to be a new coin and KuCoin. Like once it comes out, I form the new pennant like this. I trade this pennant right like that, and I put a stop loss like right there. And once it breaks the stop loss and starts falling off, I wait for Bitcoin to bottom out first before I get into any new coin. So take that as advice. If you got in down here and you're still holding, you're trying to find out when you're going to get back out. I mean, that's tough, and I'm sorry to hear that. That's tough. And I'm not saying that happened to the person who asked the question. I'm just saying it could be possible. It could be possible. It's funny. Chainlink has been extremely strong. Very interesting to see Chainlink acting extremely strong right now when it was like the most boring coin in the world. Let's take a look at Chainlink right now, actually on the 1 hour. Looking like it may break out of this rising wedge here, kind of ascending triangle that is formed. Bit of a hybrid, it's a rising wedge though. Wicking to the downside, bouncing off the 200-day moving average suggests that this thing wants to pump. To that upside, at about 34 or so, Link showing signs of life right now while the rest of the market is in the doldrums. Link wants to pump and do some damage, right? 4 hour needs to come on down though, but the 1 hour wants to fly. Some indecisiveness there though. Again, I'm not like weary on everything, but look, when we look at the bigger idea, we did show you that Link was in this pennant. We did show you that there was a cup and handle, and Link did break out of the handle at $20. And I see Link getting all the way back to 70, 69 on the measured move. A beginner's course Tuesday, January 11th, 3 p.m. A perfect way to put the pieces together and learn TA and the language of the patterns. 2 hours that are life-changing. Email crypto lifers at Gmail. Yeah. Link hodler in the house. Shout out to JC Sven. I've been hodling Link for a long, long time. Haters gonna hate, baby. Haters going to hate. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. 372 likes. 137 in chat revenue. You guys are unbelievable. 213 current viewers still kicking it with me. 309. What I love about this is the playbacks. It's unreal. The playback retention today was amazing because of the Bitcoin. People wanted to know what happened to Bitcoin. So we got 3,942 playbacks. And they watch an average, some more, some less, but an average of 7 minutes. That's 27,000 minutes. We divide that by 60 minutes. People have already watched 459 hours of the lifer, and we haven't even had breakfast yet. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. If you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. At the end of every live stream, we say crypto is life. Let's jump into that fiat leak. Let's see how it's flying. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Ralph Smart. Look at that funny. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. There's nothing else. Crypto is life.